Well, hi, Emmanuel Faith. My name is Ryan Paulson. I'm the lead pastor here, if I haven't met you yet, and I am so glad that you're involved in the life group and that you're taking the time to chew on the messages that we talk about during our weekend services. As you know, we started a new series this last weekend that's called Revision, and we're sort of playing off that idea of it being the year 2020 and 2020 vision, but also going to the scriptures to ask, what's God's vision for our life? What's God's vision for our church? And one of the places that we see a really, really clear vision for life and church is in Paul's letter to the Ephesians. So over the next few weeks, months really, we're going to be studying this ancient letter that was written in about 62 AD by the Apostle Paul to the church at Ephesus. And as we said on Sunday, Paul spent 3 years at Ephesus, more time than he spent at any other church. He wrote the letter to the Ephesians not based on anything that was going wrong in the church, but as an encouragement to them. So it's one of the most sort of pure, fertile ground for what it looks like to grow into a mature follower of Jesus. And so this last Sunday, we talked about how verses 3 through 14 of Ephesians chapter 1 are one sentence in the Greek. I mean, just this massive explosion of gospel goodness from the Apostle Paul. And so I wanted to sort of drive home this idea that every person defines their life based on something. So we talked about this quote by Rene Descartes, who said in the 17th century, sometime early 17th century, he said, "I think, therefore I am." And every person fills in the blank somehow. I something, therefore I am. And I'd love for you as a group to talk about how you fill in that blank. What makes you you? What makes you valuable? What makes life meaningful? What makes life beautiful? What makes life purposeful? And then we said in this first few verses of Ephesians chapter 1 that Paul would say that the very thing that makes us us is that we're in Christ. A number of times in that passage, and you can look at it as you read through that text with your life group. All the different times he says in Christ or in him. And then we said there's three things that happen when we're in him. We have a past that's forgiven, we have a present that's blessed, and we have a future that's secure. And I hope that was an encouragement to you. That was the intention, was that you would walk out of our weekend services going, I am so grateful for who Jesus is, for who he's made me to be, and the chance that I have to walk with him. So with your group, two questions. Number one, talk about how you'd fill in that blank. I what, therefore I am. Number one. And then number two, in light of this last weekend's services and the sermon, what's one thing you sense God challenging you to do? So, hope you have a great time. I'll be praying for you, and I'm excited to study this book of Ephesians together over the next few months. God bless.